Why did someone sign me up for Domino's Pizza? I swear to God. Alright, so today it is June Raves and Rejects. This is where we talk about my favorites and last favorites from the last couple months. I do these every other month or so, and I'm actually pre-filming this, so the time is all wonky. There's some videos going up that in my time I filmed like weeks ago that still haven't gone up in your time, so timing's gonna be weird, but just know that the products that I'm mentioning in today's video I've thoroughly tested. I only do these videos every other month because I want to have enough products that I've actually tested before I talk about them. So that's where we're at. I also wanted to say thank you to everyone who supported the fundraiser for Project Beauty Share. It will have ended a couple days ago when you guys are seeing this. So I'm going to pin a comment down below with the total amount of money that you guys raised for Project Beauty Share. So thank you to everyone who participated. Hopefully it went well, but let's jump on into the products. If you're excited for this video and you enjoy while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. I also did a video on this makeup look, which will be coming in a couple weeks. Okay, I'm excited about these products I have here because, it was a good last couple months, folks, for products. I have some that haven't heard a lot about on the internet at all, and I'm just excited to share them. So let's start out with the first thing, which is this hair product from Amazon. This is the Ren Pure Coconut Whipped Cream Leave-In Conditioner. This makes my hair so soft. It's exactly what it says. It's a leave-in conditioner. It smells like literal cake coconut heaven. Oh my God. I can't even explain to you how amazing this smells. It smells like it should be a Bath & Body Works candle, but it actually does make my hair feel very conditioned and very soft. I did try their curl leave-in gel, which I am still kind of testing. I like it, but I think I found another curl product that I like a little bit more. By the way, don't judge my hair off of what I'm telling you right now because I'm on about 6th day hair right now, so it's definitely looking a little bit frizzy and not the best. But this is $9 on Amazon, so if you're in need of a good leave-in conditioner that's affordable, and this is also kind of a natural brand. It says zero sulfates, parabens, dyes, gluten. It has raw coconut oil. I just have been loving this, and I actually got this because of you guys on Instagram when I posted kind of like a curly hair picture recommendation thing. A lot of people thumbs up the Ren Pure brand, so that's how I found this brand. So recently I did a foundation Friday using all cream products and using my hands, and I've just been way more into cream products than I ever have in the past. Usually cream blushes, cream bronzers, I just don't reach for at all. But because I've been doing more completely no powder kind of looks, I have been reaching for cream products more, and I love this one by Juicy Pang. It's their blusher. This is from YesStyle. It's a Korean product. It is in the shade 01. Whatever shade you want to get, the formula of these are awesome. It basically is like this little nail polish bottle. I just put it like directly on my face and then blend it out with my fingers, and it just gives you this very fresh, plump kind of cheek. This is a good one for summer, especially if you just want kind of like a natural pool or beach kind of makeup where you want something but you don't want it to look like you have makeup on. This is like exactly that, and I believe this is around $5 or $6, so super affordable. But if you want to see how it looks on, you can watch that video too. Next up is a product that I've heard people talk about for so long, and I don't know why I have never picked it up until now or even tried it. I've actually had it for a few months. I just haven't tried it until more recently. It is so good, you guys. This is the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner. So it comes with a little jar thing. So basically I just pour the product in here. We can actually do it. Let's do it right now. Let me get a paper towel. So this isn't meant to replace like fully cleaning your brushes with soap and water. This is more of like an in-between kind of spot cleaner. So this is especially good for eyeshadow brushes because if you say you do a look with like a bright blue or something and you need to immediately clean off your brushes in between, you can pour some of this in the jar. You literally just dip it in, wipe it on a paper towel, and it fully comes off. I was so impressed with this with my foundation brushes because I hadn't cleaned my brushes in way too long. Let's just take this Sigma F80. So as you can see, there's foundation in there. Here's the before. I'm just going to dip it in, and I kind of like I just dip it, nothing to it, and then kind of let it sit on for a minute. And then as soon as you start going like this, it fully takes everything out. I was like blown away when I first used this with my foundation brushes because I had a couple that there was a lot of foundation in there, okay? Like way too much. Hopefully this sound isn't weird in the mic. And especially with my eye primer brush, like this brush just gets so caked with MAC Paint Pot. So I've been doing this like every couple days. I'll just dip it in. It's probably not the best for your brush hairs to use all the time because I'm guessing this has a ton of alcohol in it and it might like dry them out. So I would say still, deep clean your brushes and use soap and water and stuff. But just as an in-between, I mean, it is so great. Well, it's out. I'm gonna do my eye primer brush. It's so satisfying seeing it all come out too. By the way, I've tried to use reusable towels for this and I haven't been able to get the makeup out of the towel after I wash it, so that's why I'm using a paper towel. But if you have any suggestions for something that isn't a paper towel to do this, let me know. Look at that. Oh my god. It is the best thing. Now let's talk about the most long-lasting eyeshadow that I've found in a while. These are very similar to the CoverGirl cream shadow sticks. They're the Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Sticks. However, these ones are definitely more long-lasting. These don't budge. Once they're on, they're on. Even like the blue shades, you can actually see how this one wore because I wore it in a Foundation Friday for a whole 10-hour wear test and it stayed on the entire day. I've been especially in love with this shade. This is just turquoise and I think they only sell this shade on their website for some reason. I don't think it's on Sephora, but other shades you can get on Sephora. I like don't want to swatch things on my hand right now because I have a wash off self tanner, so if I wipe it off my whole hand's just gonna be white. But this one's Indigo. Intense Moonlight is a super pretty kind of cool tone shade. It's like very, I gotta swatch these, taupey and cool toned and just unreal. Oh, look at that. So if you want a cream shadow that you don't need to set and that just stays on, especially like kind of more bright colors that aren't gonna budge, these are so good. So worth the money in my opinion. So there they are. Just popping in after I finished the video and I was trying to get the swatches off my hand. These are the two Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Sticks. I was just full on scrubbing them, okay? Like, they don't budge. While we are doing swatches, let's talk about some lip products that I've been loving. I am so excited I found this lip pencil because I feel like it is what I've been searching for. It is hard to find light, cool-toned lip products like nudes that are pretty light. And this one's the Sephora brand 01 The Nudist. It's their gel lip liner. Not only is the shade of this perfect, the formula is perfect, it is very moisturizing, so I can actually wear this all over my lips just as a lip color. Keep in mind that I have tanner on right now, so these swatches are going to look a little bit different on my hand now than it normally would on my skin tone. It layers amazing with any nude lip that I've tried. I can just wear it on its own. I think I actually wore this one in that same video, the same Foundation Friday that I was wearing this blue Laura Mercier product. Yeah, I definitely did. So if you want to see the tone on, you can check out that video. But if you like cool toned lips, this is such a good one to have in your collection. This one layered with the Wet n Wild Caught You Bare Naked is a beautiful cool toned nude lip. Speaking of nude lips, so I went through and organized all of my lipsticks. I am going to be having a filming room tour thing coming, I think, but I organized all of my lipsticks. So I kind of like went through everything, went through all the bins and pulled out the ones that I wanted to retry and reuse and that I just kind of like forgot about. And when I did that, I found a couple lip products that I just kind of fell in love with. This is the Hourglass Unreal. What are these even called? Unreal Provoke, it says. These are basically like very pigmented lip glosses, almost like glossy liquid lips. They're that pigmented. This shade, again, so pretty if you like more cool tone nudes. You can see it next to the lip liner. You could totally wear these two in combination with one another. If you're on my skin tone, it's not too dark, it's not too light. It smells like mint, and these are very glossy. They feel like just such a nice, smooth formula. They're not sticky, but they are very glossy. Last lip product I'm going to mention, same thing along the lines, found it when I was doing all that. This is the Makeup Forever C105. It's a good one, you guys. Look at this color. So this one is a nude that has a little bit more of a pink in it, like a tiny bit more mauve. Not meaning to flip you off, but on my skin tone, when I don't have tanner on, it definitely pulls more cool tone than pink. Like it's a good in between for me. It definitely has like the rosy kind of undertone. The formula of these are really nice. Just also really love this shade. On a day-to-day basis, I almost always go for a nude lip, so I'm basically doing some kind of combo of a nude situation. Next up is such a beautiful, I guess it's kind of like a cream shadow. It doesn't feel like a total cream to me. This is the LC Jewels in the shade Pearl. One of the most beautiful cream shadows I've ever come across. Again, I wouldn't call this a total cream because it basically feels like the L'Oreal Infallible potted eyeshadows from a long time ago. Look at how friggin' insane metallic that is. This would be such a beautiful bridal lid shade. There it is. Look at that. Holy crap. This is beautiful on the inner corner or all over the lid. They do have other shades of these that I want to pick up. Why am I swatching it this way? I think you can see it. If you're someone who's just real into intense metallic champagne and you love that like pop of champagne on the lid, you can't go wrong with this. Such a nice formula, so unique in how crazy pigmented and metallic it is. And they do dry down, like they don't feel like a cream once you apply it. It's almost just like a moist powder. I know people hate that word. I personally don't, but comment down below. Do you hate moist or do you like moist? It's very polarizing. All right, so I am 90% sure that this video actually won't have gone up yet, even though in my time, you know, I already filmed it. So that's why I'm including this, but little spoiler alert, I did a Glossier video that will be coming. This Glossier Play Highlighter Concentrate in the shade Pale Pearl. Such a stunning liquid highlight, you guys. I've been liking this on no powder days, like so if I'm either doing a no makeup look, or if I'm doing no foundation, no face products at all, but I just want my skin to look really healthy and glowy, this is such a nice liquid highlight. There's no glitter in it. That's my favorite thing about it, is that there's zero glitter. It's basically just like a metallic but wearable kind of pinky champagne color, and it almost like melts into the skin. It's a really unique formula. It does dry down. I also just wanted to say they actually have an insane return policy and customer service. They just immediately got back, like literally within a minute of my email, refunded it to my card. I didn't even have to send it back. They were just so on top of it, but also they asked for feedback, which is amazing. What a concept. A brand that listens to feedback, and they responded with like a genuine answer, not like a canned response. I don't know. I just really appreciated that. Glossier got some points from me on that one. Next up is a concealer that I've had in my collection for a long time, like since these first came out, but it wasn't until more recently that I found a way that I really love it. So this is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Vanilla. I don't love this for underneath my eyes. It's a little bit too creamy of a formula, and it just kind of creases more than some of my other concealers. This product as a spot concealer is amazing. Love this for spot concealing. I've kind of found this new way that I like to do light coverage, which isn't anything revolutionary. I just usually don't spot conceal for whatever reason, but if I have on a light coverage foundation and then I spot conceal, it just kind of obviously makes my whole look kind of look like I have more coverage. So I've just been really into spot concealing, and this one is great because it is full coverage. It covers everything, like it covers all my scarring. It's not drying or anything. I think it would sit well over acne because it is kind of more of a moisturizing formula. You could use your finger with this as well, but I feel like a brush is usually the way to go with it. I usually just use my same concealer brush that I use underneath my eyes, which is the Morphe E45. But if you're in need of a great spot concealer, really like this one. I have two blush favorites. One is by Essence. This is their Befitting blush. This reminds me of a MAC blush, and I think it's MAC Melba. I still can't put my finger on which one it is. I tried this when I did a one brand tutorial using Essence. I used a full face of Essence Cosmetics. The formula of this, everything about this, the shade, how long it lasts, it just reminds me of a MAC blush, but this is a few dollars. Like I'm pretty sure this blush is around $3. It's a fully matte blush, but it's a very nice shade. The shade of this almost reminds me of Buxom Seychelles. And then I have one other blush. This one is by M Cosmetics, and this is a brand that I hadn't tried before, like before the last couple months. This is their Heaven's Glow Magic Hour blush, and it is just a glowy, peachy, kind of light pink shade. It is so stunning. It blends out well. Glowy and luminous, again, without being glittery. Like it just gives you that nice look. If you don't like glowy blushes, you definitely wouldn't like this. I will say the packaging, it kind of bothers me. It's quite big for a blush, but other than that, the actual product is really nice. They might have had to do this because it is a domed like baked blush, so when it closes, you know. Anyways, setting spray. Oh my god, where has this been my entire life? This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. Casey Holmes always raves about this. I know there's a few people on YouTube that always talk about this, but for some reason, I just had like used it once and then never really whipped it out again. And I've been using this almost every time I do my makeup. I'm almost out of it. It is good, you guys. This is a good setting spray. I do think it actually makes my makeup stay on a bit longer. I like that it's not too glowy. It's not matte, but it's not overly glowy. So if I'm already wearing a glowy foundation, I don't think this like takes it overboard. Again, it's a few bucks from the drugstore, so if you've been wanting to try this out or curious about it or needing a new setting spray, definitely give this one a go. Again, don't judge my hair. We're on like a millionth day hair right now, but I'm talking about a hair towel that I've discovered that if you're gonna wear your hair natural, wavy, curly, whatever, or even if you're not, but you just wanna control the frizz, this hair towel has changed the game for me. I told my mom to buy this. She has naturally curly hair. This is just from Amazon. It's the Perfect Hair Care Towel. Basically, because of the material, really helps with drying my hair without creating frizz. That's the whole point of it with this fabric. They show on the Amazon page how you can tie this in different ways. I'll scrunch my hair with product in it when it's still very wet and then put this towel in so that my hair isn't like dripping all over the place, but it's drying and it's not getting frizzy, and this has been perfect for that. I've actually slept with this in, and because of how light it is, I find that it's totally comfortable to sleep with. Coming down to the last few things here. So this is a skincare product that I discovered a few months ago now when I ordered from YesStyle. This is the Benton Tea Tree Cleansing Water. I discovered this because it got tons of good reviews, and when I was doing research for the best Korean products, this came up a lot. It is infused with tea tree leaf water and tea tree leaf oil. This cleansing water mildly cleanses your skin, leaving skin refreshed and calm. And I've been on the hunt for a while for a product that isn't a toner that's like actively doing anything, but that's just basically cleaning my skin, because especially after I do a full face of makeup like this, even after I go in with, you know, cleansing oil, face cleanser stuff, I still like to use a cotton pad and just wipe everything off just to make sure I fully get it off. So that's how I've been using this. I'm about a third of the way down so far. I'm like right here. It does smell like tea tree. I love the smell of tea tree. It smells very like pepperminty and refreshing to me. But if you just need a nice all over cleansing water, cleanse the skin a little bit more, it's really nice, and it also leaves my skin with a really pretty glow, so I like using it in the morning too. Why did someone sign me up for Domino's Pizza? I swear to God. If you do YouTube, you know you get signed up for random mailing lists all the friggin' time. So fun. All right, and then the last product I'm going to mention today is a brow product I've been raving about in so many of my videos recently, but this is the M Cosmetics Brow Gel. This is in the shade Ebony. It's their brow cream. The formula of this is spot on. I love the applicator. It is the perfect size. What a brow product should be. I actually don't have it on right now because I did some first impressions in the other video I filmed. I love how small the applicator is on here, so you can just get every hair really nicely. And the shade for me is what I like to use when I want a darker brow. Like this is definitely kind of my lighter brow kind of look, but then if I want a darker brow, this one is a perfect deep brown tone. There it is. I've been using this on, again, like no makeup days where I'm just putting on a brow gel, maybe some highlight or whatever. The formula of this is so nice. It's not crunchy feeling, so it's definitely a different formula than my other brow gel that I love, which is the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow. That one is more of like a holding it on there crunchy kind of feel. This one is more soft and flexible. Love that. Good discovery. And then I just have 2 rejects this month, but I, like I said, recently redid this whole room, and normally I put my rejects in one little corner in these things behind the camera, but I have no idea where my rejects went. So I'm gonna pop in a photo instead, but I only have 2 products this month to talk about. First one is the Melt Cosmetics, M-E-L-T. Some people say I said melt weird. I've always been told I say milk weird. I didn't know I said melt weird too. Apparently I do. The Melt Cosmetics gel liner. So I tried the black gel liner. I actually used it in a video. I just found it to be not that black. It transferred up. It's just not what I look for in a gel liner. If I'm using a gel liner, I want something that is very black and that stays on and that doesn't transfer. And that's basically the opposite of that one. I wouldn't consider myself to have like oily eyelids or anything either. I don't usually have issues with my eyeliner like transferring up. So I think it was kind of the product in that case. So that one didn't work out for me. And then the other reject this month was this Sephora body lotion. It's supposed to be an illuminating body lotion. It smells awful. It smells like self-tanner to me. But also it was so incredibly sticky. I like wanted to immediately shower after I put it on. And it's supposed to like give you a glow, be illuminating. It did give a slight glow, but it almost had this like pinky peach metallic to it. It's just not what I was picturing or what I was going for. If I'm using an illuminating body lotion, I kind of think of something that's just more glowy, like the Nivea body lotion. Let me know other body lotions that you like that are glowy, not that have like color and that are going to transfer, but that are just glowy. Let me know if you have any recommendations down below. If you've been wondering about that Sephora one, definitely pass. All right, so those are all of my raves and rejects of the last couple months. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna have all the products listed down below in the description box. And again, if you wanna know the makeup on my face right now, all of that will be coming in a couple weeks in a video. Earrings, I always link down below. These ones are from Amazon, Ana Luisa, Miranda Fry. When you're seeing this video, I will have just had surgery yesterday, so I'm probably going to be off social media when this video goes up, but as soon as I can, I'll be responding to comments and stuff down below. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.